London's done wrong in the morning. Opening a live music venue in the middle of a pandemic may seem like a challenge, but that hasn't deterred one entrepreneur who's determined to bring the music back to Birkenhead.
Yeah, new local restrictions mean things are going to have to be very different, though. Bands are going to have to finish their sets earlier, but no doubt they will be glad to be back on the stage at all. Colin Patterson has been checking out the sound check.
The middle of a global pandemic. Not the normal situation in which to launch a new music venue. This is She Drew the Gun, sound checking at Future Yard ahead of tonight's opening concert.
It just feels really emotional just getting on the stage and thinking about the gig that's going to happen. So, yeah, it's something that you don't realise how much you miss until you come back to it.
So each of these pods will have 2 people at them.
It's all the brainchild of Craig Pennington.
What capacity? It'll be 60. Normally this room would take 350, but for this we can get 60 people in.
How crazy does it feel to be opening up a music venue in the middle of all this?
It feels nuts, but I think really, really important. We've got to do it. I think we could have waited and waited and waited, but for us it was important that it's a statement of intent, really, and it's a positive kind of message out to the industry and the local communities. Like, the world hasn't ended. Live music will come back.
Craig wanted to open a venue in Birkenhead on the Wirral to help people in the area break into the industry, and because he believes the area's musical pedigree is too often lumped in with Liverpool's. But Elvis Costello formed his first band in Birkenhead. The Coral hail from the Wirral. And it's where OMD have been based for their whole career.
To have something locally on the Wirral Peninsula, I think is hugely important to essentially, encourage and generate, be a catalyst for local musicians to have a place to play and a place to develop their talent. There will be bands from the Wirral Peninsula who will make it because of this space.
Yesterday, new coronavirus restrictions for Merseyside were announced.
There's a slight panic that sets in every time I get the ping alert off the BBC News app on my phone. But, we've got to react to the situation we find ourselves in. That's just kind of the nature of the beast to a certain extent.
The new rules come into force on Tuesday. Future yards, future shows will be able to take place. The big difference, they will now have to be all over by the distinctly un-rock and roll time of 10 o'clock. Colin Patterson, BBC News, Birkenhead.